Hi again. Today I'm going to tell a story about an adventure I've been on this past year. And there are a few parts: planning, preparing for the what ifs, and the eventual results. Was I successful? In January, my daughter Christine and I decided we were going to sign up for a half marathon in September. Christine lives in La Crosse area, so we did a lot of communicating, journaling with each other along the way. We obviously needed a plan to make sure we got there. One thing I did was went old school and printed off a schedule to make sure that I had the right kind of training that at least get through it. We also participated in a 10K race, so that's a little over 6 miles in the spring, to kind of give us a little reality check, see if we are progressing along the way enough to make sure that we would be ready come September. It's kind of similar to someone that's going to retire and maybe they take a month or two and just try and live on the budget they've created for retirement and see if that still works. So that was our trial run. So several times a week we would check in with each other, encourage each other, make sure we were sticking to our plans, similar to what I do often with my clients when we meet a number of times a year. Things are going pretty well, going okay. We were trying to make sure that we didn't do anything that would deviate from the plan. In other words, the wrong type of behavior, risky behavior. In retirement planning, that might be taking too much risk with your money or taking risk by not putting enough money in. In our case, the risky behavior was doing anything that physically would be harmful or doing something for ourselves that, just whatever we're consuming could have been harmful. So we were pretty diligent along the way. I should stop here and explain that I consider my past self to be an athlete. I was pretty good in a lot of different sports. I do not put myself in that category currently, so I knew this was not going to be an easy task. Well, as the day got closer, obviously apprehension was building up, and there were a couple times when I was experiencing some discomfort in the edge of my left foot. And I was a little concerned about that what if. So I did a few things to try and get ready for that event happening and that I would be able to take care of it if it did. Okay, so now it's September, the day has arrived. We get up in the morning, maybe didn't sleep all that well, but had our proper breakfast, nutrition, showed up in a kind of a chilly morning. But we were prepared with the proper hydration. We had all of our gels ready for every couple miles. We were tentative, but we were looking forward to achieving our goal together. For me, my first challenge came around between miles 6 and 7. My foot was acting up again. So I had to stop, put a different cushion on the side of my foot, got back on the trail, and we were okay. Come mile 11, the same problem, except it was getting worse. Fortunately, I had prepared for the what ifs. I had additional cushions that I could put on that foot. But we did finish the 13.1 miles, crossed the finish line hand in hand to some cheers and cowbells. Very proud of our accomplishment. Got our medal, got our chocolate milk and water and banana and anything else we could consume at that point, but feeling pretty good. I really do think that there were a lot of similarities with what I did and what I do professionally. In other words, we set a goal. We didn't just decide we wanted to do something. We created a plan for that goal. We followed the plan. We also knew things would come up, and we were flexible. We had some preparation in place for the what ifs. Similar to people that I work with every single day, and why I stress the need for a plan. You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't hit those goals magically. They take a little bit of work. They might take some sacrifice. They take some flexibility. But it can work. You can create a plan that will fit your goal. And for those of you that I take that financial journey with, I appreciate the opportunity to do that with you and always look forward to crossing the finish line.